Assalamu alaikum friends. Today, besides watching the gameplay while sitting behind the steering wheel of the bus simulator, I will tell you a real story of the history of Bangladesh's roads, which you are bound to be surprised to hear. Today we are driving on a modern AC bus or a 4-lane highway, but do you know how the journey of public buses in our country exactly began? Today we will go back to old Dhaka, about 80 years ago, and we will know the history of the legendary Murir Tin bus. Looking into history, it is known that after the end of World War II in 1945, the British Allied forces left a lot of their used military trucks and jeeps in this country. Later, local businessmen bought these dilapidated trucks from auctions. At that time, there was no bus body manufacturing factory in our country. Local craftsmen in Dhaka made wooden frames or bodies on these trucks using their own technology and wrapped in sheets on them and converted them into passenger buses. And thus, the first public bus service in our country was born. Now the question is, why were these buses named Murir Tin? There were two great reasons behind this. First, when these buses, which were covered with tin on a wooden body, ran on dilapidated roads, the entire body would shake violently and make a loud noise like a tin can. Second, there was only room for 20 to 30 people inside the bus. But the conductors would force Ponchash to shut passengers to pile up inside in such a way that it would be like murti being stuffed inside a tin can. And because of this indescribable crowd and noise, the common people of Dhaka lovingly named it Murir Tin. In those 70s or 80s, these buses were the only hope of the common people on the route from Sadarghat, Nawapur, Gulistan to Narayanganj or Aricha. In those days, these buses were not started with a key, but rather an iron handle had to be inserted in front of the engine and turned by hand to start it. The bus horns were made of brass, which were pressed with a rubber ball to make a honking sound. Do you know what's surprising? Even in the 80s, the fare from Dhaka to Narayanganj was only Shat Paisa. The conductor had a long leather bag hanging on his shoulder. How simple and sweet the past really was, wasn't it? This old tin bus has been lost in the evolution of time. In 1968, the then EPRTC, now BRTC, launched the first double-decker bus service in the country. And today, since the 1990s, modern AC buses like the Green Line and wonderful 4-lane highways like the Dhaka-Chittagong have changed our communication system. But we must not forget this route of our public transport. Friends, have any of you ever ridden in this old bus? Or have you heard the story of this bus from the elders of your family? Be sure to comment and tell us. If you like the video, like and subscribe and stay by our side. See you in the next gameplay of a historical route. Allah is the protector.